you can't miss.
I've never seen so much blood in my life.
Darrington had a reputation as a very violent prison.
Hey, new boy, coming for you.
Just a sense of alarm. You don't belong here. Get out, get out.
This is a true story.
Within the next few minutes,
Pull it.
all hell's gonna break loose. I thought they were gonna kill you. Just keep running.
It's a dramatized account based on the escapee's own recollections in letters and meetings.
Anytime anybody's willing to break out of a penitentiary, I know one thing. They're desperate.
Our biggest fear is that he's armed.
Give me one now.
This is what freedom is all about. I love country music, fast cars, beautiful women. Most of all, I love excitement. I guess that's the way it all started. When you're standing there waiting to pull a gun, it's just like someone's dumping a truckload of adrenaline through your veins. There's no turning back.
How you doing?
This is it.
Give me all your money now.
Unfortunately, many of the things that release the greatest adrenaline are often risky and illegal. In all the armed robberies I didn't hurt anybody.
But I got an 80-year prison sentence. I was put on a chain bus, heading for the Darrington unit, south of Houston.
I was 22 years old.
Hey, young fella, you ever been to this place you're going?
No.
On that bus are people who have already been on the unit.
There's been many a stabbing, many a beating. Never turn your back on an inmate or a guard.
And those are the things that are going through my mind of how am I going to react to this? The reality of exactly where I'm at sets in when the bus pulls up to the back gate. Fresh meat! I got first bids on that one.
Fresh meat, fresh meat, fresh meat.
And it's just a variety of slurs that you hear come out.
I'm gonna make all you mine. Oh, yeah.
My worst fear was being raped because of my young, innocent look.
All right, clear. Hey, newie. Hey, new boy.
I'm thinking I'm gonna do whatever it takes to defend myself. If I had an encounter with someone that I didn't think I could beat up with my hand, I'll stab him with a pencil. And at least I'd send a message. I wasn't looking to be nobody's bitch.
In the early 90s, I was a criminal investigator at the Darrington unit. Darrington had a reputation as a very violent prison. It had an offender population of approximately 2,000. The majority of them doing long sentences.
Let's go.
Murderers, armed robbers, violent offenders. There was no place worse they could send you.
At first, I surveyed the scene. I looked around to just get an idea of how far things were. And I realized, the fields are wide open. You're not just going to take off running and get to a tree line before you get a bullet in the back of your head.
I got a job in the prison kitchen. That's where I met Harry.
Hey, you're new here, aren't you?
Yeah, Dennis Hope.
Harry Decker.
I got along good with Harry.
How do you like it so far?
As long as he felt you're not one of these BSers, he was solid.
I can't stand it.
In prison, a lot of people are there going to talk about escape. But the truth of the matter is they settle into a comfort zone. And something dramatic has to remove them from that comfort zone.
For me, it was the riot.
I'm fearful for my life. My biggest fear is that someone's going to stab me. I'm going to end up dead. I've never seen so much blood in my life.
Get down! Get out of the floor! Head down! Head down!
I had already known about inmates with AIDS.
Head on the ground!
Once they laid me down in that blood, it was another fear of that's how I'm going to die. When I saw that it was just that easy to happen, I thought, if you're going to kill me, I'll give you a shot at me going over the fence.
Harry. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, if we don't get out of here, they're gonna kill us.
Well, if you're going, I'm going too.
I need it, Harry. So picture this is the first fence. And that's gonna be the second fence.
I told him we could cut the first fence and go over the second one. He said, well, why don't we just cut through both of them? And I told him, do you want to sit in between the middle of the fence and cut it? You're sitting up. You're fair game inside that fence.
So we're gonna have to take the fastest road possible for the second fence, which means going straight over.
How are we gonna do it?
We're gonna wrap blankets around our legs, and that's gonna protect us from the razor wire.
If we flipped over the top so our body weight pulled us off the barbs, I figured we'd be okay.
Kind of like you're doing a handstand, right?
We were worried that if one of us got cut going over that razor wire and it was fatal or it was to the point you couldn't stop the bleeding, what were we going to do? And then there was the biggest fear. What happens if they open fire before we even get on the second fence?
The guard towers are staffed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They make no secret of the fact that if an inmate attempts to escape, they are going to shoot to stop that person.
Okay, that's a .223 bullet and it's going to kill you. It's going to rip through you when it hits you.
This is a dramatized account of a prison break based on the recollections of escapee Dennis Hope. Hope is planning his escape route from the Darrington unit in Texas.
So what did I miss? Well, there was a prison break over the other prison, eh? You're kidding. 3 guys got out, but they secured the perimeter pretty easily. Oh, man.
Once I decided to break out, I began to see how the unit would respond.
Any big directions from the big guy?
I believed that in order to beat my enemy, I had to know my enemy.
How long did it take? About half an hour.
I learned that it's a 5-mile perimeter, and that perimeter is set up as quickly as possible.
The real nightmare begins if the prisoner gets outside of that initial perimeter. Inside that perimeter, you're able to contain them. Outside that perimeter, you have no control.
There's only one way to do this, okay?
Once I learned that they put a 5-mile perimeter out, that was etched in stone in my head.
We gotta get over these fences and run 5 miles. And less than 30 minutes.
5 miles.
5 miles, that's the goal.
Which means we gotta get in shape. Run in shape.
Beat 5 miles and get there as fast as you can. There were no other options than to run, you know, on foot. And in high school, I ran cross country. And then in prison, running was an outlet for me to free my mind. I could picture myself running down the beach just thinking of freedom, you know, oceans, sun, waves crashing. Mentally, I'm somewhere else. That would just enable me to just keep running nonstop.
But Harry never liked running too much.